I'd like to introduce Steve Lutes as soon as we basically break here. And he is going to give a quick overview of his partnership with us for the last 10 years. They have been wonderful supporters and friends, as well as everyone else that has come and been on a collaborative basis with us. And then from there, we'll go to Mr. Jared Elkins, who will finally give us the closing remarks with Alitheia Holdings, and they were with us as well in 2018. So with that, Steve, I'll turn it to you. And thank you again, everybody, from the bottom of my heart for making it a success, and see you next year in New York, inshallah.
Well, Ranzel, thank you so much. And it's great to see you virtually. As you said, inshallah, hopefully next year we'll be back in New York. It's over the years, it's really been a must-do for the U.S. Chamber, and we truly have enjoyed the collaboration with C3. And kudos to you, Ranzel, for continuing this summit and continuing this effort over the years and adapting and moving to this virtual space. And what a great thing to pull off. So kudos to you and the team. Outstanding job. I would say for those of you who aren't familiar, the Chamber, we represent the interest of about 3 million companies across every sector, all across the United States. We have outstanding partners around the globe in our AmChams, and what a great way for the last panel to feature one of those, and Liz there on behalf of AmCham Abu Dhabi. They are our partners in country, our proverbial boots on the ground. And I would say people like that actually, for us, they make all things possible. So great job, Liz, in that final panel, the bit I caught. Ranzel, I would just say, we really look forward, to continuing this collaboration. And I would say, isn't it really something that over the years you've focused on the healthcare sector, public health infrastructure like you have, and here we are amidst in the middle of this pandemic, and you've had this conversation going, for several years, and it couldn't be more timely, to put a focus on, as one of the last panelists said, cooperation. If ever there was a key word to take away, I think that's it. Between government and the private sector, between countries, building that bridge. That's one of I think the biggest takeaways is that it's incumbent on us to have that type of cooperation. From the Chamber's perspective, also, investment's always key, and you put your money where you put your mouth where your money is, and investing in healthcare is absolutely pivotal. And for us, we've been trying to help governments understand that investment, it's not just about bricks and mortar and traditional capital expenditures, but it's in human capital, it's in research and development. That's really where a lot of the critical investment will take place going in healthcare and other knowledge-based sectors. So Ranzel, I just really want to conclude by thanking you for all that you do. And please just know that the Chamber values our collaboration with C3. It's an incredible summit. You really bring forward a constructive, substantive discussion and really a great, important focus. So hats off to you, and congratulations again on another very successful summit. And I'll turn it back to our good friend Ranzel.
Well, thank you, Steve. Those are kind words that I always appreciate, and it always gives me the inspiration to drive on for another year. So we'll look forward to 2021. And with that, I look forward to hearing from Mr. Jared Elkins at this point, and I will turn it over to you, Jared.
Thank you, Ranzel. Good morning, good afternoon for those where it is. Thank you all once again for attending the C3 Summit. As you know, Ranzel puts on a show. It is never a disappointment. It is always over the top. Ranzel, truly a phenomenal job as always. We in the investment side of things, especially those of us who are running funds of funds, we really, it really is for those of us with the ADD, right? We can't pick what direction we want to go in. But I can honestly tell you the medical challenges is probably one of the most exciting spaces to be investing in today's market, especially in the wake of COVID. We look at what COVID has done, and we look at the opportunities that it's presented, and we look at how it's being handled in various, I guess we'd call them sandboxes or testing grounds, where we see it handled this way or that way. And it really gives us a lot of data from the investment side of things. And we look at what what different applications of technology are being used, whether we're talking about ozone, whether we're talking about quarantine and procedural stuff, or we're talking about more along the lines of the medical approach in terms of treating the lung capacities, the O2 uptakes, and things of that nature. We're looking at device technologies that are coming down from the ozone side all the way to the respiratory aid side, and all kinds of things are flying in the door. Hey, we want to try this. We need money for that. We want to try this. We want that. We want that. And there's never been a better time to be investing in these spaces, because the human condition, by and large, if nothing else, the pandemic has taught us that it doesn't matter where in the world you live. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter how much money you make. None of that matters, because at the end of the day, we are in an interconnected world now, between air travel, between the fluidity of commerce and how we're expected to be here and there. And you look at New York and why New York was hit the way it was. You have to acknowledge, you can't ignore the fact that these are real threats. It could be as simple as a common cold. It could be COVID. It could be a flu. It could be any number of these things. And I couldn't agree more. I think it was Mr. Lutes who had brought up that we need to focus on looking to virology and moving into more advancement in how we treat the more common infections, right, in the infectious disease space. So we look at that, and now we talk about taking the whole of biotourism and medical tourism. And whereas it used to be biosculpting and cosmetic surgery, you go down to Brazil to get liposuction done, or you go somewhere else to go get your teeth done, or whatever else. We look at that, and it's really shifting, and especially in the wake of the hemp and the CBD, CBG markets, which we were really active in 2018 and 2019. When you look at the innovations of the old world and new world, and the merging of things like diet, nutrition, exercise, and then you look at the supplemental industries, and you look at what we're looking to solve these problems from an investment perspective, it couldn't be a more exciting time. It really couldn't be a more exciting time. So when we go and we look at events like what Ransel's put together, and we come and we attend and we participate and we do the things that we do, what we're looking for are people like Sloan Kettering. We look for people like all of you who have contributed to these panels that have brought to our attention from an investment perspective. I'm not just speaking for Alitheia Holdings, but what we're able to see and glean from listening to all of you talk about what you're doing, boots on the ground. I couldn't thank you all enough. Coming to these events every year is truly a God-sent gift for us to do our job in the investment side. So, you guys keep pounding away, keep doing what you're doing. Ransel, keep showcasing them, because it really does make my job a lot easier. I absolutely love what you've done. Now, what I really want to see as we're pushing these things forward, the innovation in development of technologies, especially out of Israel, and the things that are coming out of Tel Aviv in the biomed space are just absolutely mind-boggling. So for what I would want more than anything else to see more of is obviously attention to the pandemic, because it's real. It's absolutely real. It's dangerous, and it needs the attention that it's given within the medical community. And we really need to do a better job, in my mind, of pushing back on the media and controlling the media narrative and getting on the same page. I really think that that's a real breakdown, and it creates an insane volatility from the investment side. For those of you who are looking for investment, from our perspective looking in, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you focus on the science, you focus on the development, the innovation, and the hard data, because that really is what makes the difference, because there's so much noise out there, especially in relation to COVID. We see a lot of stuff that's responsive and emotive, and it's not analytical. And if you're looking for something, and for those of you who are attending Ransel's event, if you're looking for funds, if you're looking for that, the advice I would have to give you above and beyond all else is data, hard data. Get us hard data that we can act on. Actionable intelligence is imperative. We're looking to move quickly. The human condition has never been more vulnerable than we are right now. And if we've learned nothing about all of this, we know how frail we actually are. We look at how quickly COVID struck and became global. And it really opened a lot of eyes, especially in the investment community, as to how little money is actually going into innovation, the startups, the small to medium enterprise. And you're absolutely right. Liz, it is absolutely like Survivor. You have to outplay the competition because it is fast, it's furious, it's quick, it's not, it's no joke. It is really cutthroat investment finance. And make no mistake, they take no prisoners. So it's absolutely, the Survivor Island was perfect. So well done, kudos to you on that one. I couldn't help but laugh out loud. So it was well played. But we're looking at little companies in Alitheia Holdings. We're looking for little companies who are looking for anywhere from 1 to 20 million over a 1 to 5 year span, who are looking more in the device space, repurposement space, things along those lines. And it's not nearly as fast paced. It's nice. It's very Florida. Very Florida. We like that. So what I want you all to do is continue doing everything that you're doing. I absolutely, as always, thoroughly enjoyed everything and hearing what you guys are doing and reading all the materials that were put forward. And I look forward to reaching out and connecting with those of you that we've already started dialogues with and everything else that we're doing. I really want to thank you all for your hard work. I really want to tip my hat to you guys because you do a phenomenal job. With those of you with your boots on the ground in the trenches every day, fighting diseases and everything else that you do. I find it it appears to be a thankless job, but I do want to say thank you on behalf of everyone who doesn't. Thank you for everything you guys do with all of these institutions. Ransel, you have really brought a myriad of powerhouses together as always. But I really want to thank you. And I think that collectively, Wall Street, the global finance and everything that's going on, working with the diehards, for lack of a better word, the zealots, the believers, the true believers in what they're doing. I think we can make a difference. I think we can improve the human condition. I think that's our responsibility. I think it's incumbent upon all of us to push forward, to make a difference, to do the right thing, even when no one's looking. You don't do it for the press. You don't do it for the accolades. You do it for the survival of the species. That's what we do here. And on my side of the fence, what we do is we fund you. We make sure that you get the money that you need to do what you do. That's the whole point. So I am very pleased and proud to announce we have secured Dr. Tony Marabelli as our Chief Investment Officer for Alitheia's newest fund. We are spinning up in January a biomedical investment fund. It's an interdisciplinary medical fund with an approach to interchanging approach to naturopathic medicine, pharmaceuticals, pharmacologicals, supplementation, therapies, device innovation. It's a very widespread and diverse fund. We're looking to come in 21 with a $200 million raise. So we are looking to really make some impacts in virology and sustainable health and therapeutic health. So for those of you who are in the space, look for us in January. We're very excited about that. More to come on the web here in the next month or so. And rather than be long-winded, I'm going to say thank you all once again. Ransel, thank you for a phenomenal show, as always. And I look forward to seeing you all in New York in 21. So thank you all so much for attending the C3 Summit 2020. Ransel, pivoting to streaming, truly brilliant. Well done, sir. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for coming out. Have a great, great week ahead of you. Be safe, be well. God bless.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, everybody else. With this, we'll conclude 2020. And again, look forward to 2021 and beyond. So it's a lot of exciting horizons that we can all look forward to. And I can't do it without all of your help. It certainly isn't I who people come to hear about, it's all of you. So again, heartfelt thanks and congratulations for helping me put on another wonderful summit. Thank you.
We do need more Americans doing business in the Middle East. We need more two-way trade and investment. We need more small and medium-sized enterprises involved. I think they're addressing all the issues, and I think that they recognize here that the larger benefit is greater understanding and looking at the positive side of the Middle East, the good things that are happening, all the people that are oriented toward the future already. And you can't spend all your time in life just to stop bad things from happening or reacting when they do. You got to spend some time trying to make good things happen. That's what this conference is about, and I think it's good.